FM News Talk 97.1. On-demand audio.
Jared Halpern from Fox News Radio is joining us right now. Jared, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I know that you were originally looking at this gun bill that the Speaker of the House is talking about a vote on at some point this week, but you also helped out with some of the coverage of what happened at the FBI today. This is reverberating all through Washington.
Yeah, I mean, it was unexpected, to be sure, and it's always I got to say, to have an announcement of this magnitude here in Washington and not have any leaks at all was extraordinary. I mean, we sat down to anchor our coverage with really no idea what James Comey was going to announce, and if it had anything at all to do with Hillary Clinton, truth be told. So,
right.
Say what you will about leaks and all of that in Washington, it was, at least at that, looking at it through that lens, a pretty remarkable announcement that the FBI director made.
At least somebody at the FBI understands the meaning of the word top secret, I guess.
I don't know what classification level this was at, but rest assured, it was a small group, to be sure, that knew what James Comey was going to say. And beyond that, I mean, just the idea that he would come out and say, listen, not even the Attorney General's office knows what I'm about to say, was remarkable. These are recommendations that the FBI makes almost always in secret, or at least at this stage, right? They present it to the U.S. Attorney's Office or the Attorney General's office. Here's what we have. Here's what we would recommend. And then it's ultimately up to the DOJ to decide how to move forward. And truth be told, it still is. I mean, this is still a call that is going to have to be made by prosecutors at the Justice Department. It just seems to a lot of people that it would be unlikely that they would override the recommendations of James Comey.
And it almost seems like we could draw the conclusion that the decision was probably made last week because they didn't interview her until Saturday.
They interviewed her Saturday, and they were ready on Tuesday to present their findings, which, again, I think leads to the fact that they had built their case up and really just needed to corroborate information with Hillary Clinton.
Yes, very much so. Can I switch gears for you for a moment and talk about Congress? Because it didn't look like the Democrats were going to get anywhere with their sit-in, and then suddenly the Speaker of the House said he would hold a vote on guns this week. What do you know about that?
Well, I'm not sure how much it had to do with this sit-in or not. Because what the House is going to vote on this week, at least what we believe the House is going to vote on this week, would mirror what the Senate Republicans tried to pass through that chamber last month and failed to do so. This is the NRA-backed measure that would allow the government to delay a gun sale for up to 3 days and try and get a court order to delay it longer. Democrats are not going to vote for that measure by and large. A few Republicans aren't going to vote for it either. And so right now that seems to be the provision that's going to get a vote as part of a larger terror bill. House Speaker Paul Ryan is meeting with key Democrats this evening. They want some more proposals to at least get a vote. We'll see after that meeting that they have this evening whether or not there's a path forward on that, and that may dictate as well how Democrats handle this, whether or not they try and disrupt proceedings like they did 2 weeks ago with that sit-in or not. Democrats are going to want to vote on their proposal for the no-fly, no-buy, the one that would mirror Senate Democrats. They also want to vote on the expanded background checks. Again, these are all measures that the Senate took up last month, failing to advance any of them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we'll keep an eye on how that vote goes forward. You don't think it would happen before tomorrow?
It looks like it's on temporary hold. We were expecting the vote tomorrow, truthfully, and now it looks like it may happen later in the week, Thursday or Friday. And a lot of it may depend, again, on like I said, this meeting that Speaker Ryan is now, we're told, will have with Congressman John Lewis, who led that sit-in 2 weeks ago, to see what kind of agreement maybe they can reach on any number of proposals.
Very good. Jared Halpern from Fox News Radio, thanks for your time.
Sure thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, lots of good information there from Jared, and I appreciate him giving us some time. It's clearly been a busy day. He ended up anchoring some of the coverage of the Comey announcement before his previous story, which had been on this gun bill. And that's a separate story that we can talk about. But the Democrats have gone home, as we discussed the other day with Congressman Rodney Davis. They've gone home to their home districts and they've held rallies to try to build up public support for some sort of a vote on a gun bill, which won't be the bill that comes to the floor to vote on. So it'll get voted down by the Democrats, or if it gets approved because enough Republicans vote for it, the Democrats, probably fail in the Senate. And then the Democrats will have their campaign issue to say, once again, the Republicans did nothing, with breathless anticipation, I'm certain. 314-969-9797. We're expecting to talk to Catherine Hanaway, a candidate for Missouri governor and former U.S. attorney, when we come back to the Mark Cox Show. Stick around.